Hey, how's it going? It's Sean from cyberfretbass.com. Today in this lesson I'm going to kind of show you a fun little funky groove out of an E Mixolydian. Now, first I'm just going to play the groove, let you get having some fun playing with it, and then I'll kind of break it down, go through the different parts, talk a little bit about what's going into this bass groove. Alright, and here's the groove without the drums, just so you can hear it a little bit more clearly. And here it is a little slower. Alright, now let's kind of break down each of the sections here. Alright, so the first part of the groove here, we're just going to play the open 4th string. I do kind of a little percussive hit. It's not necessary, but it's kind of, I'm just kind of taking my hand and just kind of hitting the strings a little bit, get a little percussive sound. Then I'm playing a double stop. A double stop is when you're playing 2 notes at a time. Alright, and I'm just doing this, I'm plucking this with my 1st and 2nd fingers of my right hand. Alright, and this particular double stop is, I've got my 3rd finger on the 2nd string at the 14th fret and my 2nd finger on the 1st string at the 13th fret. This is kind of a skeleton of an E major chord. You know, and being up high here, it has a nice, you know, sound to it. If we tried to play the same kind of interval lower on the neck, it would get a little bit muddy. But here, you know, up in this octave, it has a nice sound to it. So we have, again, open 4th string, hit, and the double stop. All right. I do another little hit. And then I'm going to do, for the next part of this, I'm going to do a little chromatic run that's going to go from the 6th fret on the 2nd string up to the 9th fret. It actually starts out with the open 2nd string, then 1st finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, then 2nd finger on the 7th fret, 3rd finger on the 8th fret, and then pinky on the 9th fret. So open, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger on the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th frets. Next I'm going to do a slide up to that 6th fret on the 2nd string with my 1st finger. And I'm really sliding from, in this case, 1 fret below. I could do it from a couple frets below. but I'm just getting the that scoop up into that 6th fret on the 2nd string, followed by the 7th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 5th fret on the 3rd string. So that whole section of this groove is then I do another kind of percussive hit here, and then a hammer-on from the 5th fret to the 7th fret on the 3rd string. And that kind of brings me to bring it back around. I'm going to be going back to that open 4th string. So it's... Then I'm back to the open 4th string, and I'm going to be doing almost the same thing I did right at the beginning of the groove, except for this time, I'm going to play the open 4th string twice. Percussive hit. I'm going to go up to that same double stop I did in the beginning of the groove, up at the 14th fret with my 3rd finger on the 2nd string, and the 13th fret with my 2nd finger on the 1st string. But after I play that double stop, I'm going to move that down 2 frets so that my 3rd finger is on the 12th fret and my 1st finger is on the 11th fret. And that's kind of a skeleton of a D major chord. And like I said, this is a groove in E Mixolydian, and that's a very common kind of chord change in Mixolydian, is to go from the primary chord in E Mixolydian, which is E major, and then playing a major chord that is down a whole step, in this case D. Then the next part of the groove, I'm playing the open 3rd string, followed by the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 7th fret. And I do that twice. And then I play the open 3rd up to the 7th. So I just kind of skip that 5th the 3rd time. So it's... Then, the very last part is just kind of a chromatic run. And a chromatic just means going 1 fret at a time, starting on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then up to the 7th fret. So it's... And actually, those 4 notes are exactly the same as the ones that we did on the 2nd string, where we went from the 6th fret up to the 9th fret. They're just an octave lower. I'm going to break down a little bit more, where these notes are coming from, but I just wanted to, break down each of these sections, get you playing this, and then we'll take a look at a little bit of how I came up with these notes to play this groove. So section 1. Section 2. Section 3. Section 4. And section 5. And then I come back and, if I was doing this the last time, I would just play my open 4th string to end it on that E.